Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here as the Boskara, and we are picking up from the last episode where we were in a dual front war with these guys and these guys. The purple guys declared war on us, and then while we were fighting them or trying to prevent them from spreading and taking over any of our territory, these guys declared war on us, kind of took advantage of us. So we're kind of trying to recover from that right now. These guys had the opportunity to take 4 or 5 of our planets, which is quite unfortunate. Well, they were originally their planets, but we had taken them from them previously. And what we're doing now is pretty much trying to get things back the way they were. So we're currently working on getting over here with all of our fleets, hoping that the recently declared peace over here will hold for some time. The thing I didn't do last episode that I normally do is really, come on. All right, we'll look at that in a minute. Is I didn't look at the victory conditions, so we're still number 6. The Darian Empire is right behind us. So the Mortalans and the Atuk actually overtook the Wakaris, which is a little surprising, but you know, it is what it is. Nipsey's Industries are the ones that are at war with us right now, so hopefully we can continue pushing on that. If we look at the Ekdarian Empire, you're all the way over here. You're like this dark purple. I think it's just that. Right? They have 2 planets? Alright, well, I'm not worried about that at all, then. Alright, let's get ready for us to get locked in over here. We need to refuel from the fuel tankers, I think. There's just too much emptiness there. This attack fleet will arrive relatively soon, and this invasion fleet isn't far behind. So hopefully we can push on this planet and then just kind of work our way over this way. I'm not even going to bother trying to defend anything right now, although we do have a defensive fleet that is assembling. It's newly created. It's going to come over here and hopefully help defend some of those territories. Although we've been losing several of them, so maybe not. Let's see, set home base. Yeah, why don't you refuel over here? That way you can at least start moving ships over in this direction. That would be ideal. All right, fuel tankers are making their way over towards this guy. Right, this attack fleet is arriving shortly. This invasion fleet is not too far behind. This one's pretty far behind, but it'll catch up at some point, I'm sure. I mean, if they're gonna limp through the nebula anyway, maybe we should have just sent them up here. All right, our attack fleet is over here now. One of them anyway. Let's try to focus some fire here. Take out what we can while we can. We are getting a little blasted here. Let's see if we can bombard it. Take out some of these systems. Would be ideal. Particularly that planetary shield generator. If we could take that out, that would help so much with being able to invade the planet comfortably. They're hitting us pretty hard. I'm hoping this invasion fleet gets here soon, because we're not going to be able to hold up against that for forever. No, we're actually getting pretty knocked out here. I'm just waiting for this to tick down. If we can knock that out, we can invade pretty quickly. Yeah, unfortunately, the shield was active when we invaded, so everybody took half damage, but we are overwhelming, so take care of that without much of a problem. We don't want to lose too many troops, though, because, you know, we don't have that many to work with. What are we doing over here? Okay. They are taking over. Let's go ahead and build this facility. And the good news is the orbital batteries stay, so we could retrofit it to our style of defense. All right, Nerval 2 is where I was sending my defensive fleet, I think. So it'll be good to have a defensive fleet in the area. We'll probably just scoop the troops up with Invasion Fleet 3, the ones that we can scoop up from this planet. Probably be our best bet. I'm gonna build some more frigates, destroyers, couple cruisers. We're gonna dump them into Attack Fleet 2. At some point, I will make a proper fleet template, but for now, I'm just gonna manually control that. We're also gonna build a spaceport over here. So we're starting to push back on them a little bit. Alright, defensive fleet's about to arrive, which means we should be able to push back on them pretty soon. Did these guys refuel yet? Looks like they're working on it right now. Finally have a fuel ship refueling. Probably need more of those refueling ships. But once I'm up at Vicus, I can start pushing a little further in these directions. What are you doing? You're still bombarding this planet? Like it. Alright, let's load the troops that we can. Looks like we can't get everything, but we'll get what we can. Alright, Attack Fleet 1 is about ready to limp over here. I really want to defend these planets, but just don't have enough fuel and fleet power to do it right now. This defensive fleet's over here now. Hopefully it's helping out a little bit. I think it's trying anyway. Alright, I'm thinking enough of these guys are refueled. There's one that's gonna be limping, but we can just get a little more fuel in this one ship. We should be good. Oh, we colonized another planet, huh? It was an outpost, but it's still a volcanic planet, so it counts. Yeah, ground invasion's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, we're fully refueled. Let's get over there as soon as possible. We gotta try to defend this planet a little bit. How are you not, like, immediately over here? The whole point of a defense fleet is to keep them from invading. Right, well, we at least kept them out of that planet for now. Blew up a couple troops. Alright, once we get over here, we can then start pushing down in this direction. I don't like them bombarding my planets. It's not good. I feel like that's saying, if I can't have it, nobody can. Alright, we got some ships trickling in to replace the ones we lost. Hopefully they get there relatively soon, and then I can pivot a little more. Alright, looks like we're doing a little bit of damage there. Alright, we're about to go into Nerval. Once you're done, I'm gonna head down here. We're gonna take this planet and just kind of work our way back through this. Move attack fleet 1. See if we could like harass them along the way. And then we'll come down here, hopefully clean this up a little bit. We do have the defense fleet up here putting up a little bit of a fight. I think they're headed to this planet, so I'd like to have the defense fleet position themselves right here. Just because I think that would be right about where they land. No, they're not coming here. They're going over here. The question is, are they going to the planet or are they going to the system? All right, you guys hop down here. Let's see if we can just hop in and surprise them a little bit. Knock out a couple of their ships. That'd be nice. I don't want to focus fire because I feel like when we do that, we're more likely to just destroy ships. Try to destroy this guy. There we go. All right, we scattered him up a little bit. Still not the best, but definitely softened up. Let's go try to clear these guys out from our planet because their harassment bothers me. These guys are almost repaired enough to move them. We have a couple more ships trickling in here. Alright. These guys are heading to this star system. Let's, I guess, hop over there. See if we can intercept them at all. Oh boy. That was a mistake. We need to get over here. Is this the only ship with any actual troops on it? Because if so, I'd love to destroy it. Alright. Push those guys back to defend. I do have to retrofit my troop transports at some point. Like, these guys are finishing up retrofitting now, but they'll be able to hold a lot more troops once I do that. How have you guys not loaded up troops at our capital? Here, I'm gonna manually have them do that for now. Here, let's unload these troops that are on this fleet right now. I think they heal better on the planet. I'm not 100% sure. But I'll leave them on the planet for now. Let them try to recover as much as they can. Alright, I cleared these guys out. What fleets are over here? Invasion Fleet 3. Oh, no. That's, I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right, this is what I wanted to look at over here. All right, so we got these guys cleared out. Hopefully. Go repair at that spaceport. My guess is there's not a ton of, well, there's some resources here. Yeah, ideally if we can repair, we can head back over. All right, they're at a little bit of a standstill here. They're still trying to harass this planet, but they're not invading it. All right, Attack Fleet 2 is predominantly here. I don't know what these guys think they're doing. Are they going to invade a planet over here? What are they doing? I kind of want to chase them down, but at the same time... Alright, let's come over here, clear this planet out so we can invade it. This is kind of our next step here. We gotta start taking back planets. Alright, we're gonna hop over here. Yeah, this should be an easy one to take back. Right. Hoping we could scare these guys off entirely. Looks like we started to. Ekdarians, all they did was destroy a couple bases. That's not a big deal. You know, one thing I haven't been paying attention to the tech. So I want to make sure I get as much of this done as possible. Fleet countermeasures, we have some progress in, so I want to keep that going. Long-range civilian ships, large-scale construction would all be good. I do need to, at some point, focus a little bit on some of these invasion techs, because we're doing a lot of that. So probably be a good idea at some point. Okay, you're loading more troops. You're going to invade. We're going to start taking back now. All right, let's hop back over here if we can. Our defensive fleet. Imagine we're driving them out. and then we can go invade that planet real quick. Should be a real quick conquer. Took that planet back. I guess let's work down in this direction. Take these planets. This one wasn't ours, I don't think, to begin with. But if we can come down here and blow it up, that would be ideal. Might lose a decent amount of troops doing this, but it would be a step in the right direction, because we did want to take all of these planets, not just some of them. All right, we think their invasion fleet's going to land right here. Yeah, they're still trickling in. This is like worst case scenario for them. We're going to destroy every transport we can. A little tractor beam action going on there. That was nice. All right, they scuttled that. They're like, never mind. All right, let's go repair over here at the spaceport. All right, I am thinking maybe Attack Fleet 1 and 2 come over here together. We know this planet's gonna suck. So let's try to take out a couple of the defensive bases, bombard the planet a little bit, and then get over there with the invasion fleet. The planetary defenses are the biggest hurdle. I would prefer that our fleets get there around the same time, so I might wait over here for a minute. It's gonna take a minute to actually jump, so I'm gonna issue that command now. And then we're gonna also come over here with our invasion fleet. We know we're gonna need to do that. All right, here we go. We know this is going to cost us some ships, but it is what it is. There, we're going to bombard the planet. Hopefully we knock out enough of the defensive structures to where our invasion fleets can hop in there pretty easily. Not just the defensive structures, but knock down a bunch of the troops and stuff. Oh yeah. Alright, well let's not bombard it into oblivion. You know, leave some meat on the bone. Alright, should be able to take that pretty easily. We actually didn't lose any ships, I don't think. Huh. Oh, that was an outpost. They took an outpost from us. That's fine. We'll work our way over there. Did they get knocked away from this planet? It looks like they might have. Usos is now ours. Go ahead and rebuild that. Load the troops back up. I don't even think we need to do repairs. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Alright, let's come on over here, clear this out. I don't think there's anything crazy over here. I might do just a quick bombardment. I don't want to completely decimate the population, but a little bit of damage to the troops would be good. All right, we are starting to run a little low on available troops on the one fleet we're using. So I'm gonna have to tap in on these fleets and start bringing them over. I mean, it's fine right now, but it'd also be nice to attack on more than one front. Like, that'd be good. All right, invade. Should be pretty straightforward on this planet. All right, yeah, there's a lot of defenses here, or a lot of upset population here, so I don't think we're going to be leaving here anytime in the immediate future, unfortunately. So we are definitely going to have to bring another invasion fleet along. Let's bring these guys because they seem to be the most geared towards it. Can we take out this pirate base while we're here? Probably, right? Just so they don't harass us. It does help our reputation a little bit, destroying the pirates. We know we're a bit in the negative right now. Can't imagine why. Maybe all the bombarding of planets and doing terrible things to people. Finally catching up to us. Alright, so we got all these planets. It looks like they're... If we can intercept invasion fleets, that would be amazing. The quicker we wipe them out, the better off we're gonna be. Move invasion fleet 1 over here. Are we actually detracting these guys, or are they still invading? All right, let's hop to this planet. Looks like they are partially running away. Not entirely. Oh, you're coming to try to invade this planet. Well, that'll be fun. Let's have this fleet stop here, and we'll have the other one keep going. Oh, that's perfect. Just right on top of them. I mean, this is the guy we want to take out. He's got extra troops on him. Take a look at what they got going on here. They got the organic holes. The rest of them's kind of eh. Okay, I think we just took out their only actual troop. Oh no, we didn't. Okay, there's more. Go hop back on top of them. Which one has the troops? Okay, up here. Of course, it's the guy like that's furthest away. Okay, we scared him away off of there. Right, ideally, we'd knock him down. Are they coming after this planet now? No, they're just refueling. Alright, this guy's getting destroyed, which is perfect. Now we can hop up here and harass these guys. Because the purple boys don't have any more troops, I don't think. So, doesn't really matter what they do at this point. Alright, you're going to retrofit, which is great. You guys are heading down here to help reinforce the troops available to us. I don't know where these guys are going. Looks like they're heading over here. So let's get ourselves positioned over here so we're ready to attack them the second they roll in. Okay, who's got troops? You've all got troops. Take out as many of these guys that have troops as possible. Alright, looks like we wiped them out for the most part. Alright, we're really starting to run them thin. They still have several planets of ours we have to take back, and we're working on it, but really done a decent number of taking out a bunch of their troops. We've destroyed 114 of their troops. They've destroyed 50 of ours. So we're kind of winning overall. All right, let's hop up here. Maybe we can help out. Try to take out as many of these troop ships as possible. I feel like they're headed down towards Vicus, maybe? Which feels a little foolish. Okay, there's no troops left there. They are headed down here. Maybe not to the planet, though. Try to hop over here and knock this out. Alright, we got Invasion Fleet 1 rolling in. I think Zunimus Psycut is next. We're gonna come over here and take out this system. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. We'll probably bombard it just to knock out or weaken some of these planetary bastion buildings, but outside of that, it should be pretty straightforward. One thing we're not looking at is colonies, so let's look at suitability. Oh, it's a little rough. Not a lot of new territory. I would have thought discovering some more of this would have. I guess we haven't really discovered that many more improved techs. So wait a hot minute on that. What the heck was that? It is bugging out. Alright, well, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's go repair, maybe? Not that we need that much repair. Actually, we're fine. These are barely touched. We're good there. They are still heading down here, so maybe we'll wait a minute. Where's this at? Oh, it's in their system. It's probably why they declared war on us in the first place. Alright, we'll have you come over here. Go bombard this planet. We'll get close with our invasion fleet. But not quite get in there yet. I don't know what their intention is over here, but we're going to hop over here with the other attack fleet. Just see if we can happen to intercept them. These guys do not scare me that much, leaving these guys unattended, just because we have orbital batteries as well as several troops on the planet and planetary defenses and shields, so I don't think that a fleet that size can actually harm me. I just want to soften it up a little bit. In particular, if I can knock this bastion down, that would be ideal. Looks like that's not happening. That's alright. We could invade. Be able to take it over pretty easily. Alright, we got that colony back. Got to load some troops back up. It'll automatically repair this stuff. And then we will move on to the next planet. Alright, I don't think we intercepted whatever we were going for there. Let's hop down here. Maybe we can keep them at bay. We did not beat them there, unfortunately. But they did start the invasion before we could do anything. But that's fine. We'll just take it back. All right, let's come on over here. This should be, again, pretty straightforward. Right. A little invasion there. Got that back. How have you not gotten up here yet? A little late to the party. Well, they took this planet back, but at what cost? One thing I could do, it's not ideal, but I could bombard this into nothingness, wipe out those troops, and then recolonize the planet. We'll just recolonize the planet. It'll be fine. These guys don't have any troops anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. Zunimus Psycut is ours. Now, I think we just push up in this direction. Yeah, another no troop planet. Or no troop invasion fleet, I should say. probably wait for the attack fleet to get there first. I don't like the invasion fleet being the first fleet that arrives. We are definitely in the positive on these guys now. Was there any new colonies available? No. Not really. Alright, let's hop up here and invade. I don't think we need to bombard. It's pretty weak. Let's hop over here and try to take out some of these ships. This one will be real easy to take over. Oh, they actually have a ship here with some troops on it. Oh, dang, they got away. Okay, are we all fully loaded? We are. We have another fleet with 11,000 troops on it, so that's going to be a good good fleet to move along. It's still loading troops though, so I kind of want to let it do its thing. Alright, you're back under our control. You were an outpost. Reload the troops. How's this looking here? -7 we know we're not going to get because we bombarded it. But Golsiv and Searle are two colonies I would want to get back. Who's going to be next? You know, Invasion Fleet 2 is right here. I could start branching out a little bit. I might do that. This planet seems like slim pickings. It'd be easy to take out. I'm surprised that's green at all. I think it's completely under our control at this point. Okay, planet is ours now. Load the troops back up. Get ready to move on to the next thing. You're all loaded up, for the most part. I don't know why they're trying to load onto other ships. I'm just gonna move them manually. Okay, so you're going somewhere. Looks like over here. Get the attack fleet up in that general direction. You do have an invasion fleet heading over here. All right, so let's move this attack fleet up here. This attack fleet's gonna have to defend down here where they're piling in. Where they seem to be staging, getting ready to pile in. Most of these don't have any troops on them. Invasion Fleet 2, where are you going? Trying to go repair. I don't have time for that. You got to come up here. Invade this planet. I have to do a little bombarding just to try and get rid of the shield. Well, looks like that's not going to happen. Ooh, you do have troops on you, though. Let's go engage with you if we can. Leave the invasion fleet to take this planet. Our troops will get damaged landing on the planet, but it is what it is. We should still win, and then we can let them recover for a while. I think they still have a fleet headed up in this direction. Maybe. We unfortunately did not seem to take out any of those ships. Right, Invasion Fleet 1. Still parked over here. I'm wondering if I can go around and just capture some of these mining stations. Well, this is a colonizable planet. Oh wait, I didn't want these guys to do that. Alright, Galciv is mine. So Cyril's the last planet I have to kind of take back to get to where I was. Alright, they're gonna jump away. We're not gonna kill them, unfortunately. Alright, did we take that? No, we just blew it up. Cool. Let's try to get that one. Alright, so what are we doing here exactly? We got some fleets with troops on them now, so we have to be a little bit mindful of that. There's not a ton of troops. They're all pushing over this way now. I do have this defensive fleet in the area, so I shouldn't have to, like, scramble too much. I guess let's head over this way. See if we could intercept whatever shenanigans are going on over here. And then you guys will keep progressing on these planets if we can. Let's jump up here, and if we can catch these guys off guard, maybe knock out whatever ship has troops on it here. It says they have 582. But then I don't see any actual troops on any of the transports. I'm not sure what's going on there. Either way, let's try to wipe them out. Try to hop over here just in case we can actually... We happen to get to the same spot where these guys are headed. Nope, we didn't. It looks like they're heading over here, so let's go try to intercept. How are these guys still... Do they have anything in the system anymore? I guess they have something here. I'll try to capture it. Just don't understand how it's still green. It's throwing me off. I don't like it. I think we took out whatever they had going on over here. Rafa 1 is the only planet, so let's go take that if we can. I mean, it's a suitable planet for us. I think maybe after this mining station, we'll head up there and capture that. Let's take a look at the construction. I'm going to build spaceports wherever I can. We're not super cash negative anymore, which is good. Got another couple planets we can colonize here, so let's try to knock that out while we can. looks like we took that over. So let's hop up here and go take this planet. What are you doing over here? It looks like they pivoted with their invasion fleets. I don't know what they're doing. I guess we should come back over in this direction. I mean, we're over here already. Maybe we should take this planet, that planet, these planets. Just keep like pushing them back over in this direction. It says they have 600 troops, but I don't see them. Oh, the more ships we blow up, the better, right? All right, let's hop over here and get on these guys, hopefully before they invade this planet. I'd like to get to peace somewhat soon. Alright, let's go invade the planet. Should be a pretty straightforward invasion. I mean, apparently we still got people heading over here. Did we take any of them out? Or are they heading? They're just limping back over there. Right. I thought these guys weren't coming this way anymore, but they apparently are. Alright, we're gonna push up in this direction. This planet actually has some defenses. How's this planet by comparison? Better. Let's hop over here, take the orbital battery, and then maybe we can head up here and invade this planet real quick. Right, are we engaged over here? No. Unfortunately, we are not. Alright, looks like they're pushing for Akdaria now. What happened over here? Did these guys, like, rebel and break off into their own territory? Looks like that must be the case. Alright, you guys are trying to defend against here. Not making that much progress right now, because I'm too busy leaping around everywhere. Alright, attack fleet 2. I don't think anything's gonna come of that, so let's just hop down here and take this planet real quick. And then maybe we'll come over here, take this planet if we can. Defended, but not terribly so. Maybe once these guys all pop back in that direction, we'll... Attack Fleet 1 is shortly behind Invasion Fleet 1. I'm just going to immediately invade the planet. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Looks like it's a pretty even split, but we'll eventually... Uh-oh. Our colony is being invaded. Defensive fleet did not do a great job of protecting that. Then again, I did have it on manual. Holographic network is available to us. Let's look at our capital. It's probably the right spot to build this, right? War weariness reduction, additional happiness, etc., etc. Alright, looks like this victory is coming at a little bit of a cost. Why are all the troops not landing? I mean, it's not going to matter, but Still, there's 4,800 troops that are not in there. All right, let's maybe not this one, but we'll come over here and take this guy. This will be really straightforward invasion. Go bombard this planet. Okay, we've gotten every troop loaded up that we can off of there. I think we're getting close to being tapped out here. Maybe not entirely, but we're getting there. Ectaria is one of my planets. Is this another planet I just bombard to wipe out the troops and then take back over later? Which colony is this? Man, they're really starting to bother me. I'm just gonna destroy this planet. Then we can recolonize it. Easy way to take out their troops. We are not... you know, our reputation's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'd kind of like to get to peace with these guys, just so I can focus on the other guys. Where is Cyril? He keeps saying that I am missing that planet, but where exactly is it? So we want Nipsey's colonies, sort by name. Oh. That's why it still says that. They still have a planet there. We have this other planet, but they have this one. Oh, let's hop over here and take this out. Alright, is there any other planet I'd like to take while I'm in this area? I guess I'll try to take this system. Head up here. I do need more fleets, like this is a little bit absurd. This does have planetary shields, unfortunately. We are going to be contending with that. I think Invasion Fleet 3 will be the one to make its way over here now. And then this guy will be... That's automatic. Alright, another wiped out enemy. We got a lot piling in here. Let's see if we can get over here and prevent anything too bad from happening. And then I gotta push on those other guys because they're... You know, it seems like they're coming in and out of there. Let's see what's going on here. Right, that's maybe a little too aggressive on the bombardment. We did wipe them out though, so let's hop over here next. Maybe try to clear this place out a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to just kind of roll in here and take all this. And I think I'll go to peace after that. I'm changing my mind on going in here. Let's start clearing this out. We're on top of this planet. Go invade real quick. I think the shield's damaged, right? So we'll be able to land without taking troop damage. Perfect. Nice and easy. Load up what we can so we can just move on to the next planet in the system. Okay, we'll do a little bombardment here just to weaken this up a little bit. Alright, let's stop the bombardment. I don't want to destroy everything. That must be an outpost. It's only got 30 million population. And then do I push for this one? It's 2 planets. Probably run out of troops. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this and be done with that for now. I could always re-attack them down the road. Alright, we're loaded up. Head over here and take this planet. Take a look at the fleet situation over here. Okay. I think we got one more planet in this system, and then we can go to peace with them. Or outpost or whatever. But we're driving them more and more out of our... what we're claiming is our space. Pop up here, invade this. And then I do want to take back these planets that they took over here. You know, this is an outpost, but it really should be a planet. Okay, let's load up the troops, and then we'll set them back to automatic. Where's Invasion Fleet 3? It's still all the way over here. Okay, I probably sufficiently taken what I needed to take from these guys. I don't think I'm going to make any more meaningful progress with them right now. Oh, did we recolonize Ordinal? We must have. All right. That's pretty cool. So overall, I think we did way better than they did. They've only destroyed 20 of our military ships. And we destroyed 235 of them. Alright, so we've definitely beaten them back quite a bit. I do need to kind of regroup here. And it's about time to call it an episode anyway. So let's go ahead and negotiate a deal. Go to peace. I do want a bunch of their mining stations. We do have some cash. So let's just get as many as we can. This is going to cost us like everything. Let's take those. Give back a couple of these mining stations. Particularly the cheaper ones. I don't know what these stations are, which is part of the problem. Okay. What do you think of this deal? That's left me with virtually no money. And a relatively unhappy population. We still have war weariness going on. Like, we haven't stopped that. Okay, can we maybe load these troops up here at Cyril? And then, you know what? They're all pretty weak. Let's unload the troops. Maybe let them recover a little bit. Troop recovery rate, 50%, so. All right, let's let them recover a little bit while we wait for this fleet to arrive. And let's take a look at our private sector. Whoa, that cash flow is massive. That's a huge increase over what it used to be. So private sector's doing quite well. I imagine buying all those new spaceports didn't hurt, or all those mining stations didn't hurt. Probably gave us a lot of resources we didn't necessarily have access to. Do we have any research stations? There's a couple, but they're all defended at the moment, so I can't do much with that. What about resort locations? We can queue up a couple of those. What are our spies up to these days? We don't have any. They must have all been pinched. That's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll get them back at some point. Now, it says you're unloading, but it's this guy right here. Alright, so I am gonna tell this guy to retrofit, this fleet to retrofit. I do plan on retaking this planet. Before I go to peace with these guys. I want to retake probably all three. All right, well, we loaded up troops. I assume you have fuel. A little. All right, you're all fueled up for the most part. Let's head over to this planet and take it back. This seems to be where all of their troops currently are. Pile in there to get that defensive bonus. All right, they're blockading Damazi. Like Attack Fleet 2 is moving to intercept. All right, what other planets do they have? Let's take a quick gander. I'm way over time on this episode, but I am having fun. So we're gonna get that planet back. This planet is here. Take that. That should be easy to take back. Right, I am gonna do just a light bombardment. Plenty. Now we're gonna invade. Be pretty straightforward. There we go. Got it back. All right, we're gonna reload all our troops and then head up and go and re-invade that planet up there. And then hopefully get to peace really soon. I'm not gonna wait around for whatever is going on here. I think they might be trying to load onto another fleet. Okay. We're good. We are gonna head up here. Take this planet. Then we're gonna swing down here and take this planet. I'm a little surprised this defensive base isn't doing more. And again, I don't think it's been retrofit to our design. The planet's doing good. It's really knocking these ships out of the air. Our little ships here doing a number on them. So why are you going there and then here instead of just directly to here? Like a straight line. Seems like the smartest idea. going on over here? Like we got some aggression going on in this area. Not with me though, which is great. Nice change of pace. I've actually been left alone long enough to do stuff over here. Then I gotta take one more planet back after this, and it's in their capital system. I may very well just go in and try to take their capital. I mean, why not? How defended is their capital? Not very. I bet you we could take it. All right, let's go start making our way over here. Oh, it's an outpost. Does it have to be? Yeah, probably. Doesn't feel like the right kind of population for that, but let's go through and apply some of our settings here. All right, let's take a gander at some text here. See if there's anything we can forward. Skilled command, we should probably knock that out. Sector governance, we're done with, which means we probably need to update those on all of our planets. Large scale construction needs to be queued. Rapid assembly, we need to start moving towards capital ships. Advanced starfighters are overdue. We're just gonna bite the bullet and research that. All right, we're starting to pile in over here. We are cash positive now, which is kind of crazy for being at -12 war weariness. We're gonna bombard this planet, try to knock out some of their defenses. I think that's pretty well softened up. Very little defensive strength there. All right, hopefully the invasion fleet is getting close. Looks like it is. Start taking out some of these planets. All right, looks like we're hopping in here, wiping some stuff out. All right, Invasion Fleet 3 is good to proceed on this planet. I'm gonna get right up close before I start invading, just so that it... Oh, they jumped into the planet. This is I think our last planet. Why are you not landing your troops? Very confused at what's happening here. There we go. I don't know why that was happening, but troops are actually landing there now. Looks like we're losing some ships, which is not great. let's try to bombard their home planet real quick. Wipe out the spaceport. Alright, these guys are taking too long to transfer, so I'm going to manually do that. Alright, we're going to hop over here and invade this planet real quick. Hopefully we don't run into that same issue where they just kind of hide inside the planet. Nope. Like they invaded just fine. Loading up some troops. Once they're loaded, we will go ahead and move on to the next thing. I am going to try to take their capital. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know. Also don't know why these guys are taking so long to load up, so I'm going to manually transfer them for now. Okay, we're all loaded. Let's get over to the capital and get ready to invade. We have not really softened anything up at all. I think we were hoping to have made some progress in blowing some stuff up, but looks like nothing so far. Don't know if we'll make a breakthrough on this or not. I feel like we have to invade before we lose too many troops. Alright, let's stop bombarding because we're invading. It looks like we're overwhelming them. It's a Shaktur beacon on that planet. Okay, we wiped out the Actarian Empire. So that for sure will end the war with them. Because they don't exist anymore. Alright. That went pretty well overall. I would say... Right, colony conquered, beacon captured, study Shaktur beacon. Probably do that sooner than later, right? Let's look at the capital planet. Or whatever our best planet is right now. Probably want Construction Academy. We do another war spawn. Galactic Command Center. Massive Empire-wide bonuses. It does minus colony income, though, so I don't know if I should have done that. Let's scrap that. Maybe Greer? Seems to be a very high quality planet. Let's go ahead and do that one. Alright, so I'm going to call an episode there. We definitely, finally feeling like we got ahead somewhere. Instead of always perpetually being behind. I'm very much looking forward to stabilizing the war weariness, our economy. We are negative right now, but I don't think we're going to be negative for terribly long. Private sector's ramping up real good. They got really good cash flow. Our funding levels are okay. We can see there's a lot of freighters and a lot of mining stations and stuff. If we take a look at new mining stations, there's some, but there's not a ton of like high quality resources available, which means that we probably already have most of them. but we'll have to see how that goes. Once our economy stabilizes, I definitely want to focus more on building ships. Speaking of resources, it looks like there are multiple planets we can now colonize that we couldn't before. Let's queue that up and get that rolling. Still no artifacts. I'm a little shocked that there's been like no artifacts in this game so far. Pretty much at all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Our war weariness will tick down over time. That'll help stabilize our cash flow and our economy. We are up to 66 colonies, which is a huge leap forward. I imagine once we're done with improved continental colonization, that would potentially have even more. What is going on here? Are these guys like... Oh boy. So they're taking our planets without declaring war on us. Alright, well, we're gonna have to... Not this episode, because we're like double episode here, but we're gonna have to stabilize and I guess go back to war with these guys. They're not learning their lesson. That's a problem. So we're gonna lose a couple planets there, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Any other tech things we need to look at before I call it an episode? No, I think we're in good shape overall. There's still... This is our last planetary tech. Although the resource scanning, I think we should finish, like, close that out. Then we can work on advanced troop transports, cargo storage, fuel storage. Diplomacy techs are probably something we should queue up in the near future, just to help increase our reputation again, and also make assimilation a little easier as we get more and more of these species into our empire. And then last thing we'll look at is victory conditions. So we are now up to number 3. We're actually ahead of the Boskara Commonwealth somehow. I don't know how we made that leap, but it'll be nice to be able to go after the Nipsey's Industries. And then Mortalon Territory and Atuk Dominion are almost neck and neck for second place. We're pretty far behind, but hopefully we'll be able to kind of leapfrog into that realm relatively soon. But we will call it there. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.